I've spent 2,920 days alone, on script, on set, on editing. And the only person on whom I could have relied was me. Today I will show you how to make creative decisions under pressure and under expectations. 1 week ago, I stood up in front of a monitor, and behind it was 25 people, 2 actors and 23 crew members. If I say we go for the next take, then they are waiting. I need to explain myself and I need to tell why. Why the previous take bad, even if in their imagination this take was fantastic? Or why do I choose to change the scene? And why am I satisfied with the previous take if, in their opinion, the previous take was so-so? And the vulnerability in my voice make everyone questions why. Why do I make these decisions? I know, and at this point I have to explain myself. And here you realize I'm alone. The essential in the script is the message behind it. And your main mission is to save your idea from an external damage. I'd like to share a quote that brings a deeper meaning to it. Tarkovsky said in his program book on printed time, "It is sometimes very harmful for a film actor to know the director's overall intention. I mean this in the sense that the director builds the role himself, giving the actor only specific segments, which the actor must live through in a given state. The director's main and very concrete task in working with the actor consists of instilling that correct, necessary state. When an actor tries to build a role as a whole, he inevitably begins to portray something, to play an attitude towards the character, to play the result. An actor should not understand more than his character knows at any given second." The moment I started sharing film's entire meaning with everyone, I lost the sharpness of my own idea. If the actor knows that in a certain scene he personalizes a search for God, a remorse, he will begin to look meaningfully into a camera. And by Tarkovsky, this is totally wrong. He wanted actor to simply live a certain state in the story, which will become meaningful only on editing, together in a sequence with other details of that story. The second thing why this quote was brought to life is because Tarkovsky believed actors' task is not to explain philosophy, but simply create a psychological atmosphere, the physical space that in the end delivers the image. This is why directing is such a lonely craft. You may have a full crew behind you, but no one will actually know what the idea is. They may help to shape it the right way, but the only person who can fully carry it is you. So the real task is not to create the film's soul, but the conditions in which the soul may appear. Back in the day, I chose to rely on the opinion of others. Everyone was very satisfied on set with what we had. Meanwhile, on editing, I saw the problem, which I needed to actually realize on set, because my task was to take this episode, bring it to the story, ask myself if this is a message I'm trying to deliver, and only then make a decision. That will not be as simple as it seems in the beginning. In fact, you will have to go through dozens of sets, take different roles and responsibility on yourself, see many films that you bring from the script to an editing, and very important, on each state of the production, you directly affect the material. There will be people who do decisions on their own. It is good till a certain amount. Make sure that you control it and that you can monitor it. The process of deciding is using humans' brain capacities on its highest. A human makes 35,000 decisions per day. Imagine 200 out of them are only about food. So make sure not to waste your energy on it and rely on some departments in your project making their own decisions. I'm giving you a full step-by-step instruction how to save yourself from this situation and how to make sure that your message stays safe till the film comes on the screen. First, before the shooting, make an outline of your script. Outline is each scene brought down with a short description of it. Your task is to thesis each scene with one sentence that emotionally and philosophically describes this scene. Later on set, going back to the thesis you wrote will be very helpful to actually sort out which shots are working and what should be changed. Tell to your team what your film is not. It is way easier than saying what your film is. Together with this, you have to decide which elements of it are flexible and which are sacred. So, what can stay unchanged or where you can go on a compromise. And the last thing you have to do before the shoot, it is my personal advice to you, is making the mood board that explains the vision in details. The mood board that can be used by different departments. Probably each of them will request their own separate paper. Don't be afraid of spending your time on it. It is actually very, very important. Now listen what you have to do during the shooting. Never ask your crew, what do you think I should do? You better ask from your POV and from your department, how do you think it fits the scene? And only then listen for an answer. Second thing, if you feel the pressure from everyone awaiting your decision, take your time. No one will judge you. Calm your emotions down, and this will be absolutely fine for everyone to spend a couple of minutes waiting. Remember, the most important thing at this point is to make the maximum out of the text and out of the preparation done before. Because there will be things on editing you cannot change. And there will be things on editing that you will be so disappointed about if at this point you rely on their opinion or you choose under pressure without making decisions wisely. The third thing, there exists a slight difference between technical uncertainty and creative uncertainty. And creative directly depends on you. Meanwhile, technical can be addressed to absolutely another department. Make sure you are not in response for this. And the fourth thing, if too many people influence one decision, reduce the circle. Now what to do after the shooting? When you have the material on your editing table, review decisions by asking, did this film protect the message? It is not what you're asking from others. It is the question you address to yourself. The second thing, you will remember where on set you made one of the decisions you are regretting about right now. Keep your eye on it and see if there are any possibility to save it. Directing is not about vision. Directing is about decision hygiene under pressure. And this thought tells the audience that the real skill is not just having a taste, but being able to preserve this taste while everyone around you is running in different directions. Use the material of this video to make sure that your next production runs smoothly. Please write in the comments your thoughts or fails from your production set, ask your questions, and I will answer them in the next video. Make sure to give it a like, probably follow me, because I'm not sure that the next time you open YouTube you're gonna see my video. Ciao.